Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. My name is Kelsey and this is a post-running yoga flow. We'll be here for about 20 to 25 minutes. And if you have a mat, that's great. If you don't, honestly, I find that using just a hardwood floor or even the carpet can do just as long as you have a little bit of grip with your feet. So maybe just taking your socks off if you're on the carpet. But if you have a mat, grab one. We're gonna have just a short little sit at the end for just a couple minutes. So if you have a blanket or a pillow that you can sit on, that would be great too. Okay, so we're gonna get started and we're gonna get started standing. So meet me in a wide-legged stance. And I'm gonna get some music on and we will flow. So wide-legged flow to start. So toes slightly in, heels slightly out. We're gonna rise the arms up and then exhale, fold forward. Moving from side to side, maybe bending one knee then the other. Just swaying here. We're gonna keep active for the first few poses and then slow it down. Just moving into the hips. Maybe straightening your legs and then just walking yourself over to each foot. Starting to modulate the breath. Pushing into the outer heels, the pinky toes. Good, then we'll pause through center and then we're gonna walk over to that right foot. Stepping that left foot slightly in, coming into a pyramid pose. So really pressing down with that front foot. Walking in your hands any amount. Letting the head be soft. And then pushing back with both sit bones to the back of the room. Feeling the length, the stretch, and the calf muscle of that front leg. Good, and then we're gonna come back through center. Pausing here, you're gonna take your hands behind your back, clasp them, pull them back, open up your chest, look up, and then exhale, softly folding forward. You can bend your knees here. You can walk your feet out a little bit more. Just opening into the back of the shoulders, the front of the shoulders, your chest. Maybe a gentle sway back and forth, left to right. And then inhale, bringing those hands back down below your face. And then we're gonna walk over to the left. Stepping in that right foot, pyramid pose. Really pushing back with both hips here so your front leg is long. And then fold forward any amount. Letting your head be heavy, your spine long. Slightly pushing those front toes into the mat, feeling more length in the back of your leg. Good, and then walking back through center, and then we're gonna come to an all fours position. Your shoulders will be over your wrists and your hips will be over your knees. And we're gonna come into gate pose. So stepping that left foot out beside you and then bringing your right hand in line with your knee and your foot. Reaching up with that left hand and then over the head. Finding length on that left side, maybe looking up at your fingertips. Pressing down into that left foot. Lifting up and out of that hip. Good, and then maybe challenging your balance by coming up. Lifting that left leg up. Holding here. Good, and then returning that foot down, and then we're gonna bring our hands forward. Placing that left hand onto your shin, reaching up with that right hand. Maybe over the head. Breathing into the right side of your body. Opening your chest. Good, and then exhale, coming back through to all fours, and then switching sides, stepping that right foot out, and then swinging that left hand to the mat, right hand up and over, creating that long line, stretching the side body, active foot into the floor, maybe lifting the arch. One more breath. Good, and then swinging those hands forward, pressing down, and then taking that right hand to the shin, left hand up and over. So good, lifting up out of that hip, standing strong onto that right foot, left knee. Gaze is soft. Good, then coming out, coming back to that all fours position. I'm gonna move just so that you can see me. We're gonna flow in some cat-cow, so tucking the toes, inhale, dropping your belly, looking up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, round, press into the floor with your palms, let the head go. And then inhale, dropping the belly, shrugging those shoulders down as you gaze up. And then exhale, rounding the spine. Good. Pausing here, maybe swinging your hips side to side. And then coming back through neutral, we're gonna tuck our toes, send those sit bones up to downward facing dog. Good, really pressing into the palms, finding length in the back of your legs. When you come back from a run, it's really nice to still have a little bit of movement, running that energy around your body, stretching it out, giving your muscles a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a break. And then we're gonna step that right foot up towards the ceiling, inhale, and then exhale, bring it in between the palms. We're gonna come up into warrior four for 3 breaths. Bending slightly into that left knee, right knee is strong, 90-degree angle, arms are up. One more inhale. Good, and then we're gonna drop that left palm to the inside of your right foot and then open up into a twist. Kicking back through that left heel, chest is long and open, gaze is to the ceiling. Good, one more breath. And then exhale that right palm back down, dropping the left knee, and then walking into runner's lunge. We obviously have to have this one in the flow. Flexing those right toes back towards the shin. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold any amount forward. Wherever this lands for you, just pausing here. Shoulders are soft. Crown of the head is moving towards the front of the mat. And then we're gonna flow from low lunge. So inhale, open the chest, drop your hips. And then exhale, walking those hands back, runner's lunge. 4 more times. Inhale, open your chest, look up. Exhale, come back, fold forward. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, lengthen your front leg. One more inhale. Good, and then exhale. And then you're gonna take your left palm and come over to the right, just a slight twist here. Pulling that right hip into the hip socket, keeping that right foot active. Good, and then walking back through center, hopping up onto those back toes, inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog, pressing back. Hands as wide as your shoulders, feet as wide as your hips. Big breaths here. Maybe you can hear your breath at the back of the throat. And then lifting that left leg up. Exhale in between the palms, coming up into our crescent warrior, warrior four. Inhale, really elongating that back foot. Deep bend into that left knee. So strong for one more breath. And then exhale. Good. Planting that right palm, opening up through the left hand. Dropping down into those hips. And sending that right heel back. Finding that stillness within you. And then exhale, planting that left palm, dropping the right knee, and then walking down into runner's lunge. Keeping that left foot active. Sit bones equally pressing back to the bottom of the mat. Breathing length here in the sensation that you feel at the back of your leg. And then we're gonna flow. So inhale, coming forward, open your chest. And then exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, coming up, broaden your collarbones. Exhale back. 3 more just like this. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. On your own breath, flowing here for one more. Like a wave, your spine is moving. Good, then pausing when you get to the back, and then taking that right hand to the outside of the left leg. Twisting here, pulling that left leg into its socket. Yeah, there's a little bit of sensation here, just breathe into it. And then coming back forward, flipping those back toes, inhale, straighten the right leg, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're gonna walk our hands back to meet our feet, forward fold, so grabbing onto opposite elbows, swing side to side, bending your knees here so that your chest can rest onto your thighs, filling up the container of your lungs. Gently sighing out your mouth. Good, and then we're gonna release the hands. Bring the right hand to the center, just underneath your face, and then bending your right knee, opening up to the left. Twisting here. Again, getting into the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Belly towards your spine. And then exhale, releasing that side and switching right away, bending into the left knee, rising that right arm up. Really exaggerating that bend, dropping the left hip, feeling more into that right leg. And then inhale, coming back through center, and then walking ourselves back into a downward facing dog. Good, pedaling out the heels, maybe rising one foot then the other. And then we're gonna rise that right leg up, bend into the right knee, open up to the hip. Maybe ankle circles here, circulating one way then the other. And then inhale, leg back up, and then exhale, bringing it through, dropping the left knee right away. Bringing your hands up towards your right knee, and then coming into this low lunge, really sinking into the hips. You can untuck your back toes, pressing the top of your left foot into the floor. Hands can stay at your low back, opening up your chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together, feeling that lightness here in your heart center. Moderating your breath, balancing the inhales with the exhales, sinking into that left hip flexor. Softening your skin. Good, releasing that. Tucking the back toes, lifting the back leg, stepping back, downward dog. Right away, lifting that left leg up, bending the left knee, open up here. Maybe making ankle circles with your left foot. Changing rotation. And then inhale, back up towards the ceiling, and exhale in between the palms. Dropping right knee, coming up into your low lunge. Excuse me. Starting to slow down the breath from your run today. Pretending that your right hip flexor here is like butter in the sun, just slowly melting, lengthening. Your glutes are still a little bit engaged here. With a little bit of glute engagement, we make sure that we move out of this lower back, not causing any pain. Opening through the chest for 2 more breaths. Good, then releasing that side. Tucking the back toes, lift the back leg, exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Really reaching those sit bones up towards the ceiling, bending into the knees. And then we're just gonna do some spinal rolls. So coming into a high plank, and then from here, you're just gonna watch me. You're gonna bend your knees, take your sit bones up, kind of undulating the spine. Head is last thing to release, legs straighten. And then you're gonna come up into a high plank. Rest here for a second. And then again, bending the knees, lift sit bones up towards the ceiling. You can join me whenever you're ready. We're gonna do 5. So coming up, pause. Exhale, bend knees, sit bones up, stretch back. Good, inhale, coming forward, pause, exhale. And then inhale, coming up, stretching back. Inhale, come through center. Good, 2 more on your own. Whatever feels good for your spine here. Last one. Good, and then coming down onto your knees. You're gonna widen your knees and then bringing your big toes together, sinking back into a child's pose. Swing hips side to side. Good, then coming back up, we are going to sit on our sit bones, bring the feet out long. Then you're gonna bring in your left knee and bring the sole of the foot into the right thigh. Inhale, up, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, walking your hands any amount forward over that extended leg. Gently pressing your calf, your thigh into the floor. Your toes are active towards the ceiling. I like to kind of pulse in this pose, getting a little bit more into the flexibility. Good, and then inhale, stepping that left foot now across your right knee, and then hugging your left knee in, opening up to the left. Left hand can be behind you. Opening through your heart here, keeping your chest open. Maybe closing your eyes. And then coming back through center and releasing that. So just pedaling out your heels, shaking it out, and then bringing that right knee in. Exhale, right sole foot into left thigh. Inhale, reach the crown of your head. And then exhale, forward fold any amount. Again, pressing calf, thigh into the floor. Gaze is soft towards your leg. Maybe pulsing in and out, noticing what sensations you feel. Finding your softness here. Good, inhale, coming back up, taking right leg over left and twisting over to the right. Placing your your right hand behind your back. Every inhale, finding space in between the vertebrae. And exhale, moving into that depth, twisting a little bit more. Good. Coming back through center, releasing those legs. Again, pedaling them out, shaking it off. And then we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together. And then we're just gonna walk those sit bones in. So kind of coming up onto your sit bones, rotating your pelvis, pressing the soles of the feet together. This can be your pose, just opening the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Or you can bring the tops of your hands, the palms of your hands to the tops of your feet, gripping your feet here. Inhale, using the traction between your feet and your arms to open your chest. And then exhale, folding forward any amount. I like to actively press my thighs away from each other so that I'm bringing my knees slightly closer to the ground. This is butterfly. The wings are your legs. Don't forget to breathe. So good, you guys. And then inhaling back through center, bringing your knees together, hugging yourself in. Good. We're gonna do one more pose coming onto our back. So planting the soles of your feet and then lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. And then once you reach the ground, you're gonna lift your right leg up and then bending the knee, taking the right ankle over the left knee, coming into pigeon pose here. This can be your pose, just drawing that right knee away from you. Or you can lift the left leg, grabbing behind your left knee or your left shin. Finding what's right for your body. And then pausing in that shape, giving your body exactly what it needs right now. Knowing that after a run you might feel tired, you might feel really stiff, or you might feel really open. So just moving into that. Shoulders are soft, spine is long down the mat. Pressing your lower back into the floor. Good, and releasing that left leg if you have it. Inhale, right leg up. Pausing here for a second. Just really kicking that heel up into the sky. Good, then shaking it out, letting it go, and replacing that right foot back down. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, left ankle over right knee. Finding your version of this pigeon pose. Softening your breathing. Soften more. Letting go of the jaw, your eyes soft in their sockets. Good, and releasing that right foot, sending that left heel up towards the ceiling, really pressing it out of the hip socket. Active here. And then good, release, shaking it out. And then bringing both knees in towards the chest. Rocking side to side. And then pausing through the center, and then we're gonna bring those knees over to the left, coming into a twist, looking over your right shoulder. Big belly breaths here. Maybe closing the eyes. back through center, and then right away exhaling, knees over to the right, gaze over your left shoulder. And coming back through center, hugging those knees in. And then we're going to rock up and down the spine a couple times. Eventually meeting me in a seated position. This is a good time to grab your mat, or your blanket, or your pillow, sitting up onto your sit bones. Good, and wherever you find yourself, that might be a chair or your legs long out in front of you, just closing the eyes. And then we're going to join the palms at the lap, intertwining your fingers, and then inhale, bringing your palms up towards you, and then rotating your palms out and then up, bringing your hands up towards the ceiling. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, squeeze your upper arms, and exhale, bringing them back down to your knees. Good, we're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, interlace the fingers up towards the chest, and then bring them away from you, reaching up towards the ceiling. Maybe gaze follows. Inhale, exhale, release. Good, 1 more, intertwine the fingers, and then looking up as they reach towards the ceiling. Squeeze your upper arms, pause, exhale, good. Good. And then we're going to bring the hands to center of chest. On an inhale, open your palms to the sides of the room, really reach with your arms. Pause on the top of the inhale. Exhale, back to center, palms touch. Inhale, reach your palms, squeeze your arms. Exhale. 1 more time, inhale, reach, fill up. Exhale, back through center. Good. Taking a couple breaths here. Breathing any intention that you want to maybe bring with you for the rest of your day or your weekend. Being proud of yourself for going for that run outside. Doing something for your body. Moving your body, moving your mind around, letting the thoughts go. Just focusing on your breath and what you can do right now. Thank you for joining me, everybody. My name is Kelsey. Namaste.